Hi guys, welcome to Billingham YouTube channel with Peter Evans. Back, Pete, thanks very much. We'll discuss the weekend. We had a bit of a tough trip down to the limb. Your thoughts on it, please?
Another frustrating one, I suppose. Hard to put a finger on it. It's fair play to Lim, first of all. Probably a lot of their players said it's probably the best they've played all year. But I thought tactically, we don't often talk about that really, but tactically they were smart. Like I said, I previously said, and probably Elliot or whoever's done videos when I've not been here, we've played each other a lot over the years, so we sort of know each other's game quite well. And they defended quite well, they were clever. They sort of snuffed some attacks out. They were smart at the breakdown, and they probably played the referee better than we did. Obviously, they only scored the single try, and the rest were penalty kicks, which hasn't happened to us this season. Don't get me wrong, the Lynn kicker, he didn't. I think he missed one of about 8.
Was that man of the match to 15?
Yeah, he had a cracking game with a boot. But if you take them penalties out of it, they didn't really threaten the try line at all, which is the most frustrating thing.
Well, it was 3-1 on tries, wasn't it? You know,
yeah.
So.
But that being said, you know, it's disappointing for us. Never got going in attack really, despite scoring 3 tries. Defensively, not terrible, but we made it hard for ourselves and just got the wrong side of the referee.
Yeah, so I'm guessing the catch-up weekend's coming at a good time, has it?
Yes and no. Obviously 3 losses in a row now. We can harp on about 13 wins in a row, but we've got to talk about the losses as well.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I'd like to have thought we might have learned from the Sandal game, but obviously I missed the Rosendale game at home, and that sounds like it was a real one of those days to forget. I don't think this past week was as bad, but just seems lost our mojo a little bit. Whether the gap week is needed or we need a game to bounce back, wait and see. The good thing is the game we've got to come back to is Bladen, so the past 3 times we've won that game, but I don't think we've won the game on probably playing the better rugby. We've won it just on sheer heart and determination, and maybe that's what's needed again. A game like that where we sort of fell by the wayside these last 3 games, and from what I've seen, what I've watched and played in, it seems like we've been outworked, which is worrying really. And I think it's been a home truth need to be out tonight.
Well, I mean, we watch it every week, as you know. Our defence normally is second to none. Yeah. You know, I know we still only conceded 1 try on Saturday, but we give so many penalties away, which just comes down to our defence. Is something happened? You know?
I don't know, to be honest with you. It's not a question for me to answer really. I think the lads need to find out for themselves. You know, we can coach people as much as we want, but sometimes if you don't have that right mentality, or if you lose the fight, then it's most of the battle, to be honest with you. We've got so many capable rugby players. Yes, we've got long-term injuries to a lot of players, which people don't really talk about, which shouldn't get mentioned. But we've lost a lot of experience and some very, very good rugby players. We've replaced them with some equally good rugby players, but younger. You look at the Rosendale game, which I wasn't here. It was such a young team, very, very young. And Saturday was the same as well. But you know, it'll make us stronger. We're still second in the league. We've lost that unbeaten tag. We've lost a couple of games in a row, but I think it's given us a bit of a shake-up.
We weren't being realistic. We were never ever going to think that we'd go to the end of the season.
I don't think that was ever discussed really. It's just disappointing. The games that we've lost have been the games that we've lost, and in the manner in which we've lost. But I did say from the start of January it'd probably be the toughest month. Yeah. You know, Lynn's not an easy place to go. They play some good rugby. And with all due respect to them, they're probably not the most physical team in the league, and I'll be open and say, but they were more physical than us on Saturday, which was concerning for me, because we've been, despite not being the biggest team in the league, to win all them games at the start of the year, you have to have that physical edge, you have to be up for each battle, and we have been. I don't think we've run out of steam. I don't think the wheels have come off, all the cliche terms, but I think we need to find ourselves a little bit, and I think we've got 2 solid weeks now so we can focus on that Bladen game.
Right, thanks for that one then. So we'll just switch it up now to the seconds. Percy Park, good result. There was a period where they were chasing the game. Yeah,
like I said, I've been saying it all year, the second team's probably a little bit of transition this year. We've had a lot of players sort of move out the area or move away that have been regulars in the second team, and that's been sort of backfilled by, again, younger lads. But we talk about young lads stepping up. Again, we had 5 calls on Saturday. We obviously,
3 of them started in the backs, didn't they?
yeah, and we've got obviously over 19, 18-year-olds in the squad that are ex-Colts, but Louis Bowlers with 2 tries to win the game at the end is still a Colt. He's a senior Colt, still a Colt. Very exciting player, but the whole back line was just kids on Saturday.
Well, I think Fez was one of the oldest, wasn't he?
I think he might have been the oldest, right?
You know, I think is he 20, 19?
He's 20, I think he's 20, yeah.
You know, so
It's just, it is, and it's only going to serve us right, and we can't get bogged down with having close games or losing close games. We've just got to stick to our guns, and that's a message I'll give to the lads tonight. And you can often be reactive when you try and coach, or you can try and play and just work on what went wrong, but you'll never get further ahead. So you've really got to stick to your guns, stick to your plan, and that, for us, that's playing rugby. It's playing rugby and playing heads up.
So that's a good thing. You're not going to massively change things in training sessions.
I think we'll change it slightly how it has been, because obviously it's not been working what we've been doing the past few weeks, but it worked for the first half of the season. But we've had this before, and probably for a first team last year and the year before. You play your first round of games, everyone's got the video footage, everyone knows how you play. That second time round, teams often just set up to stop us playing, and what we need to do is counter that with plan B and plan C, etc., which is what we're going to do tonight. We're going to look at different ways of playing, but not just setting our stall up playing away, but reacting to how people set up against us.
So the third team bandwagon is still rolling away there.
Cracking on. I think Rovers were one of the teams towards the top of the league. Again, they had a couple of Colts in, the third team along with the experienced lads, but they've really bought into it and having a good time, enjoying themselves.
Well, they were getting beat, I think 15-0 at one point.
Yeah, showed a bit of fight, as I did the second team, which is good to see. You know, we've slipped by from a first team point of view for a couple of weeks, but the second team and the third team have had some comeback wins, which is good to see. So the fight's still there. We just need to get ourselves back on the horse. But the third team are sort of carrying it at the minute for the senior section. They're doing really well. They're enjoying themselves, which is the main thing. They're getting really good numbers. And they're looking after the young Colts when they're stepping up as well, which is a big important thing for me.
Right, thank you very much, Pete.
No worries.
Enjoy your session.